who is going to be this year's breakout player? And I mean, like, guy who was nothing and became a impact player on the team. Not like, don't say Debo. Someone who has really done nothing becomes a breakout player. Someone with low expectations. Who would it have been last year? I would say Jeff Wilson Jr. was the breakout player of last season. He had been a third stringer, a fourth stringer. He finally gets some opportunity and leads the team in touchdowns. I would say that Jeff Wilson Jr. was the breakout player, the kind of guy that if we had said, like if I had asked this question last May, who's the breakout player going to be? If someone said Jeff Wilson, some other people might have said, he's not even going to make the team, man. What are you talking about? So it's kind of got to be a little controversial. Who is it going to be? If you say it, you're going to want half of this stream to be like, no, you're wrong. That's the kind of guy I'm looking for. Don't say Debo, Nick Bosa. Don't do that. I mean, I guess you could say a rookie. I'm thinking off the top of my head, two guys come to mind. Richie James Jr. and Ross Dwelley. There is a void of targets. Kendrick Bourne and Jordan Reed are gone. Those two guys got a bunch of targets last year. Who's going to take over? It ain't Marquise Lee. Man, I miss that guy. He was really good in that one practice I saw against undrafted rookies. He's 29. It was almost like, like Happy Gilmore playing dodgeball against the kindergartners. It was like, why is this happening right now? But he looked really, really good in that one. He's gone though. Benny Fowler, not going to be a factor. So it seems to me that Richie James Jr. and Ross Dwelley have actually earned the right to get more burn, right? I mean, every time they're targeted, they do good things. Hold on. I just want to get the numbers out here real quick. Richie James Jr. stats. And then I'm going to get Ross Dwelley, and then I'll turn it over to you. But when Richie James Jr., first of all, for his career, he's averaging 18 yards a catch, okay? He's gotten 59 targets in his career, caught 38 of them, averaging 18 yards a catch. He's 25. That's the kind of guy you want to give more work, right? He's earned it. Look at the advanced numbers. Niners quarterbacks, their rating when targeting Richie James Jr. last season, 113. The year before, 97. The year before, 78. So he's trending up. This is a 25-year-old wide receiver, deep threat, big play threat, should be getting more targets. I mean, duh. You don't need to be playing Travis Benjamin. You don't need to be playing River Craycraft. Those guys have no future. Richie James Jr. has real potential. Now let's look at Ross Dwelley. These guys complement each other too, because Richie James Jr. isn't really a possession receiver. He's a big play receiver. He's like the kind of guy that can burn you for a touchdown in any game. Ross Dwelley is the possession receiver. Last year, he caught 79% of his targets. The Niners quarterback rating when targeting him last season was 123. 123. And it was Mullins, Beathard, Garoppolo. 123. He's 25 as well. He just turned 26. So you have these two basically guys, young guys, not quite even in their prime yet, 26, 25, who have performed very well in limited opportunities. Give them more.